good morning, and welcome back to Good Morning Tobago right here on Tobago Updates, guys. As we continue our conversations this morning, we are talking about what is happening in regards to that oil spill. Now, there's an update that we're going to get this morning by Mr. Curtis Douglas, who's the president of the All Tobago Fisherfolk Association. But first, we're going to deal with some things that have been out there. Now, I heard you said if these public officials cannot get the work done, they have to go. Tell us more. Give us some context on that.
Good morning to the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago and to the wider world. First thing I would say, share the life.
Share the life.
Share the life. All right? So in regards to that statement, I think I would just want to make it categorically clear. I'm seeing where a media house is saying that the president of ATFA would have said or asking for the resignation of the chief secretary. I would have never made such an utterance or a statement. And I'm telling you, fake news, fake reporters is real. So when they are here trying to create mischief, please quote what I'm saying and not what you have in your mind, that what you want me to say or what you think I should say. If I, the president of ATFA, is calling for any resignation of anybody, I make no apologies for it, because it will be worth it and there will be a reason behind it. So I'm saying to you, that statement, that fake news on this radio station and this TV station that is purporting to give me this reputation that I don't have, I'm saying to you, stop spreading fake news. Fake news. So I'm here this morning to clear that up and take up all the other challenges that we have pertaining with the oil spill, and pertaining to the payment of ATFA as a contractor that work in the oil spill. Now, everyone would have heard ATFA advocate, seeing we would have done press conference to advocate for that $50 million that was given to the THA for the contractors to be paid. So I'm saying to the public now, after we would have advocated for all of that, today date, as I'm speaking live on GMTV, on Tobago Updates, the All Tobago Fisherfolk hasn't received a penny. But what has happened is that the Trinidad contractors and they got paid. So the only contractor hasn't get paid right now is ATFA. And I want Tobago listening public to be mindful and judgeful about this situation. When everybody were whining down in tongue for carnival, the public servant them was whining up and down, wearing the small piece clothes and jumping up. And who taking fix and beating crab to go crab race in Buku. We were out there in the morning from 5 o'clock in the morning to ensure that we safeguard and to clean up Tobago. Imagine we go there from 7 o'clock at night to 3 o'clock in the morning the said day, so that the boats could be able to dock. Me and Alvin Douglas. But you know they pay Alvin Douglas and they don't pay us. They pay Kaizen, they pay Tiger Tanks, they pay all of their friends. So what I am saying, the chief administrator is who is the one that playing pick a pan and pick a boo, I don't see you, and deciding that they are not going to be paid after we would have worked as seriously to ensure, right, we safeguard Tobago from that oil spill.
So what has been the core issue highlighted to you for the reasons why ATFA has not yet been paid?
Well, I'm hoping you all as the media will be able to send or ask the chief administrator and the chief secretary why it is that the other contractors are being paid and all Tobago fisherfolk has not been paid, because that's the $10 million question. So I'm expecting the $10 million answer, and I want to know what yardstick did they use to ensure, right, that the others get paid and we did not get paid. We would have sent in our invoice. We would have followed the rules and regulation from day one. They asked us to submit our invoices every week with our figures. We did that. That we did. Even in closing, when they shut down the program, no one informed us. Right now, we still have an anchor out there what TNT Savage was using. No one informed us. And I was part of the end program to say, well, listen, this is suitable and that is not suitable. And we were not informed. After we were the first responders, we were the ones, make no mistake, we were the one that built the house. But you know what? The more concern on who painted. No one remember the person or the architect who drew the plan and who execute the plan. Right? So that is the level of victimization, and we are calling upon the accounts department. We are calling upon the chief administrator, which is the chief accounting officer for the THA.
You use a word, you said victimization. Why would there be victimization included in this situation?
Right. So you're sitting there and you're telling me the people who would have advocated, the first line people, the Tobagonians who would have advocated to ensure through all the harsh weather, right? To ensure leaving, forsaking the families, to go out there every day and coming back home in the house after 12 every night, because after every day we execute, we have a meeting on the way forward the next day. And you tell me how it is that these are the people who advocate for Tobago to get the money. And when they get the money, up to this day, no phone call, no information, and I was inquiring about it before. And they said the money was already allocated, because you could see the evidence. It is allocated because other contractors are getting paid. And the Trinidad contractors are paid, but the Tobago contractors are not paid, mainly at first. So you tell me if that is not nepotism, if it's not gross victimization, or as they have it on the street, gross wickedness.
Right. So what's the nature of the communication between yourself and the ministry and the Division of Finance to ensure that these contracts are paid?
Okay. Now the communication is basically we submit our invoices. That is our rule. We submit our invoices to the relevant authority, which is TEMA, and TEMA then submit it to the administrator or the accounting office. That is already done. Imagine, mind you, all this was done without a contract. Eh? All of us. Right? All of us. But the only thing we could do right now, as citizens of Tobago, right, as fisherfolk, is to wait until hear them call and say, well, listen, Mr. Douglas, your check is ready.
Right. So is it that they indicated whether or not any core documents were missing, or is it just the fact that the resources are limited and they prioritize based on contractors and the amount? And do you know, have you had that conversation to find out exactly what is the reason why you are not being paid?
When you cook your food in your house and your children is sitting at the table, do you take out the food and cry it down the road, or catch a car and cry to Scarborough and feed the children them in Scarborough, which is not your children? Or do you feed your children them that is sitting at the table that waiting for the meal, because they would have been to the grocery as well, shop and selected what they wanted, and then you prepare the meal as the parent and take it down the road and give it to somebody and come and tell them have to wait days. While they're waiting days, they are hungry when the belly of others are full. So you tell me if that is the process, because I know I was taught, right, that charity starts at home and ends abroad. And quite clearly, we are seeing a level here being displayed as public servants onto the citizens of Tobago, right? A heavy-handedness, a heavy-handed behavior in being fairly. The money was allocated. The money is allocated. So I do not know on what scale did they use, or what dice did they roll to ensure we didn't collect 6, but we're paying 1, 2, 3, and 4 in order before they could pay us. So we have to be submit. So they know the other thing that I would be able to do is to seek legal advice for my money. But they was not seeking legal advice when I was out there 3 and 2 o'clock in the morning to ensure, right, that cruise ship could have docked. The boat and foodstuff for Tobago should have been coming here. But yet still, this is how you treat him because you probably don't like me. When you get hired to do a job, the only thing you should be concerned to do is to do the best you can do at a job. And the only salary you should look forward to is the salary that job, right, comes with. Not anything else. Anything else beside that is erroneous, right, to do the same job. So I'm saying to you, and I'm saying to the listening public of Trinidad and Tobago, that this heavy-handedness with the public service is unacceptable. And if we intend to build a better Tobago and to have the best little island in the world, this type of nefarious behavior should not be tolerated, because we all here are one Tobagonian, are one Trinidadian, are one Caribbean, and we as Tobagonian custom leading by example. And if this is the example, hell, and dog nyama we suffer in a Tobago.
But we hear that a lot of contractors happen to be writing to the division, inquiring about their monies, trying to get updates, also even submitting legal documents to obtain outstanding payments. Have you gone down that route as well? Have you written to the division to ask for an update on payments?
I was assured that I would have gotten my paid. I was assured. But the mere fact that Curtis Douglas would have advocated for that money, it means that his big mouth, as they have it, right, he must pay for it. So they know if we go to court, they know I would win over 100%. I would win. But in the meantime, right, I will have to wait, seriously wait, before I get my money for a court to rule, before they could do their job. So that is the victimization and the nepotism that is going on. So there is where I am calling upon the Chief Secretary as the leader and the ruler of this community and this little island to ensure that these type of nepotism, these type of misbehavior in public office should not be tolerated. And if there is, by chance, an oversight, since last week, you pay Dougie, the next contractor, right? When they're talking about money, right? They didn't pay me, right? Today is Tuesday. No phone call, not even information. Mr. Douglas, your check is ready. So you tell me, you the public, the listening public, you tell me if that is fair and if that is right. And if the poor fishermen and them who crying because I cannot pay them to ensure that they send their children to school to a free and equal opportunity to educate the children, if that is right. So it is okay to pressure the poor people of Tobago and the children of Tobago. Hence the reason why the society is where we are for today. Because these type of behavior, because people believe they are law unto themselves. This should not be in the best little island in Tobago. You could be pretty if your heart is not clean. It doesn't make sense.
Understood. And as we wrap up this morning's discussion, you want to appeal to the persons who are in charge to ensure that the fishermen are paid?
I'm just saying, basically, I have people to pay. 2 of the fishermen who would have worked in the oil spill have gotten their boat, the engine stolen, right 6 feet from the eyes of the security. Men boats has been stolen. They are unable to feed their families. We must demonstrate as Tobagonian that we are fair and we show transparency in everything that we do. And we are the most honest and kindest people in the world. And we intend to lead by example by our works. By your works you shall be paid. The good books would have said that. The good books also tell you The hearts of man is desperately wicked. So I'm saying to you, to those that are in charge, give Caesar what is due unto Caesar. Give Jack his jacket. Do not play God with people money. Do not play God with people lives. We all have children. And we wouldn't like, or you wouldn't like me to treat your children or anyone's children like that. So please, let good sense prevail. And don't let the end of the week pass without you giving us what is our due. We are not asking for what we didn't work for. We are not asking for any kick front or kick back. All we want is the money that we will work for, and you owe us, pay us. Please.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Douglas. And that was the Old Tobago Fisherfolk Association making their pleas to have the compensation that they are duly owed from that oil spill. So that was the update from the oil spill and how it has affected the Tobago fishermen. They are still awaiting outstanding payments. Again, thank you so much for coming in this morning. We want to thank you guys online for being a part of the discussion. Thank you for your likes, your shares, and your comments. And thank you for all that you have been doing to make Tobago Updates the #1 broadcaster here on the island of Tobago. Again, have a great day and thank you.